I'm Dr. Leon Stutzman, aka Doc, with another one of these little videos designed to help you to get through these strange days in which we find ourselves, and these are yet strange days indeed. I'm talking this week about 7 secrets to sudden success, because sudden success doesn't happen suddenly, it happens through preparation. Talked about optimism. You have to be optimistic. I talked about opportunity. You have to look for the opportunities. Now let's talk about obedience. I read something years ago that spoke to my spirit. If you be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. Now, if you know me, you know that I really like to eat. I like to eat well. I like to eat the good land. So I put the two together, and I realized that if I were going to eat really well, I needed to be willing and obedient. And the promise is you'll eat the good of the land. It has worked out very well so far. I heard a word years ago. A famous missionary evangelist was speaking, and he said this, and it resonated in my spirit. The place of God's perfect will is the place of God's perfect blessing. If you want the perfect blessing of God in your life, you find the perfect will of God for your life. Everyone has a divine destiny on their life of some nature. There's something that you're called to in some area of life. That doesn't mean you're called to a pulpit ministry. Most people aren't. And if you're not called to a pulpit ministry, you ought to thank God. But everyone's called to something in life. And if you find your divine purpose in life, it's easy to be willing and obedient, and then you'll eat the good of the land. I was talking to my attorney the other day, and she said, I just love what I'm doing. She said, I love what I'm doing. I love helping people. I love what I'm doing. And I laughed, and I said, I love what I'm doing. And neither one of us are finding the will of God for our lives onerous things. If you're willing and obedient, you'll eat the good of the land, the secret of obedience. Another secret to sudden success is the secret of observation. Opportunities abound. They're everywhere, but you have to look for them. And if you're not looking for opportunities, you're never going to find opportunities. God spoke to Isaac and said, I'll give you these lands. When Abraham separated from Lot, he said, look to the north, the south, the east, and the west, because as far as you can see, I've given you the land. But he had to be able to see it in order to possess it. And I submit that you have to see the opportunities around you to possess the opportunities around you. I know we're living in a difficult time of change and transition. Old jobs are dying out, but new jobs are opening up. Old opportunities cease to be. New opportunities present themselves for the people that are looking. Are you looking for opportunities to present themselves? Are you living a life of observation? Optimism, opportunity, obedience, observation, and there is, in the life of that person that's experiencing sudden success, there is a certain sense of ordination. The steps of a good man, the steps of a good woman are ordered of the Lord, and he delights in their way. I heard a story just this week. I gave a young woman a prophetic word in 2010 that declared she would receive a full ride scholarship. She graduated from high school. She started applying for scholarships. In the meantime, her mother was having some surgery and was on some heavy medication when the call came through that she had obtained a full ride scholarship. Because of the medication, the mother neglected to tell the girl about the full ride scholarship, and the scholarship fell through. The mother was talking to the daughter just a few days ago saying, I still feel bad about that. And she said, Mom, don't feel bad about that at all. She said, I got scholarships. I didn't get a full ride scholarship, but if I'd gotten a full ride scholarship, I wouldn't have gotten a job at the university where I was studying. Because I got the job at the university where I was studying, I now have a full ride scholarship to my master's degree. And she said, it has worked out wonderfully well. The steps of a good man, the steps of a good woman are ordered of the Lord, and he or she delights in his way. The secret of ordination. The hand of God is on your life. Opportunities abound. I want you to be optimistic and expect the best in your life. This Sunday at Aspire Church, why some don't receive. When I go to a new church to have a miracle service, I tell the folk quite honestly up front, I can promise you 2 things. Someone's going to get a miracle, someone's not. Yeah, someone's going to get a miracle, someone's not. I can promise those 2 things, and over the last 50 years, that has proven to be true every time. Someone gets a miracle, someone doesn't. Why do some people receive and some people don't? What is the secret to receiving, and why don't some receive? I'll share the word with you Sunday morning at Aspire Church. Catch it on the live stream, live on the live stream at aspirechurch.tv. That's aspirechurch.tv. Catch it on Facebook, Aspire Church TV. Facebook, Aspire Church TV. live stream AspireChurch.tv Sunday morning, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be powerful, but more than that, it's going to help you to receive from God. I'll see you then, and I'll be back next week with another series of these little videos designed to help you to get through these strange days, these still strange days in which we find ourselves.